Welcome to Amazing Ghost Festival in Keelung, an exploration into the Zhongyuan Festival and water lantern culture. You've lived in Taiwan for quite a long time, but did you know what festivities they have in Keelung during the Ghost Month? Today, you're going to explore Keelung's Ghost Festival. Let's watch the episode and get a close look at the festival in the city and the role of water lanterns in the celebration. To make sure you'll be following the episode, I have 5 multiple choice questions and 1 open-ended question for you. Take it easy, the answers are all right in the episode. In this lesson, you'll also pick up English vocabulary about the Ghost Festival and learn to talk about what is forbidden in English. At the end of the lesson, you'll take a quiz and recall what you have learned. So, after you complete the lesson, you will understand how the Ghost Festival came about and what it looks like. This will help you improve your English, get to know better about Keelung's Ghost Month, learn English words that are related to the festival, talk about the festival's taboos in English, and use what you've learned in your daily life. By then, you'll be able to have a deep conversation with the local residents when you experience all those worship activities for the Ghost Festival. Or you can use the words taught in the lesson to provide your foreign friends with concrete details about Taiwan or the Keelung Ghost Festival. Without further ado, let's get started. This lesson focuses on the Ghost Festival, introducing you to what the festival looks like in Keelung and a couple of festivities held in the city for this celebration. You'll learn about the origin of the Ghost Festival and the customs and practices unique to the festival. You'll also follow a procession of cars, each carrying the last name of a clan association, to the Badouzi fishing harbor, where water lanterns are lit up. Here, you can learn the cultural significance of setting the lanterns on fire as a way of praying for prosperity, good luck, and peace. At the end of the episode, you see an altar and learn more about this festival, especially Zhonghui's ghost-chasing performance. By watching this unique, mysterious performance, you can understand its cultural and religious implications. Now, let's have a look at the questions for this episode. Question 1. According to the episode, what is the origin of the Keelung Ghost Festival? A. Fights between immigrants from Zhangzhou and Quanzhou. B. Worshipping ancestors. C. Bringing peace to ships. D. Celebrating Lunar New Year. Question 2. Which of the offerings is not mentioned in the episode that thrown off the car procession and bring good luck if people pick them up? A. Candies. B. Toothbrushes. C. Combs. D. Perfume. Question 3. What is the purpose of lighting water lanterns in the Badouzi fishing harbor and sending them into the waters? A. To pray for protection for the ocean. B. To tell ghosts to come ashore. C. To symbolize the cycle of life. D. To celebrate bountiful fish harvests. Question 4. Why are there Western tables prepared for the Ghost Festival in Keelung every year? A. To make the feast look more diverse. B. Foreigners are the organizer. C. Many foreigners lived in Keelung in the past. D. To commemorate the influence of American culture on Keelung. Question 5. According to the episode, the last part of the Ghost Festival is a man performing as Zhonghui. Why is this performance staged? A. To drive away bad luck. B. To welcome New Year. C. To pray for bountiful harvests. D. To tell ghosts to leave. Open-ended question. What are the important festivities of the Keelung Ghost Festival? Please answer in a few sentences. The 5 multiple-choice questions help you understand what the episode presented. After the episode is over, the open-ended question is given to test your concentration and ability to summarize themes. This question is meant to check if you have a thorough understanding of the episode and if you can recall all the important information in it. While watching the episode, look out for the prompts on the screen and answer every pop-up question. Take it easy. I'm sure you can answer those questions thoroughly and correctly. Now, let's play the video.
This is the most important part of this celebration tonight because they're going to light those houses on fire and send them out into the ocean. And the point of that is to tell the ghosts to come ashore. A lot of people don't dare to come here because this area has a lot of ghosts, but I think we're fine tonight. I'm here on Tianlo River in Keelung. I'm on the Monkey Bridge, and these bridges span across the river, and there's one for each zodiac symbol of the Chinese zodiac. But I didn't bring you here today to talk about that. I brought you to talk about Ghost Month. This month in the lunar calendar is Ghost Festival, and that's very, very important here in Keelung, but it's also important through all of Taiwan. This festival has its origins that go back to 1855. So this year is the 168th year it's been celebrating. The temple behind me is Zhubu Temple. You will see it lit up tonight, and you will also see a huge parade happening here. There are a number of things that will happen tonight, and I will go through each one of them so you can understand the significance of this festival to Keelung.我想问那个 Ghost Festival 怎么来的？
这一个祭典呢，是跟我们早期的移民2个比较大的族群，漳州跟泉州，
对，
还有呢，就是因为它争夺的这个地利，就是要灌溉、要水，然后还有土地的一些冲突，然后会产生一些修怕。
要很多人吃掉了，我听说。
对对对，1855年之前，其实陆陆续续都有大大小小的打架。然后最大的是1853年，死了100多个人。所以呢，地方上觉得这样不好，死太多人了，我们不要再分你是漳州人，我是泉州人了，我们都在这里一起生活，我们要好好的 peace， 所以就来一个集体的一个供奉祭祀他们，就是农历6月的最后一天开始点这个灯，告诉他们我们这里要开始普渡喽，然后7月1号的下午再把看门打开，就是俗称的鬼门，对，然后到8月1号再收起来，对对对，再把他们请回去，对，明年再来。
那一般的人不能做哪一些东西在这个期间？
不要吵架，要说好话，存好心，然后有一些禁忌不要去碰。
对，我也听说晚上不应该出来的。而且他们说衣服晚上不能挂在前面，晚上衣服要收起来，要不然鬼会觉得这是人，会 进去，然后你拿进去以后，他们会在你家里面。
老一辈的会。
他们今天晚上有15架的。
1855年是11个姓氏中青会，第12个是联合的，很多小的联合在一起。1981年陆陆续有3个有李姓、郭姓、黄姓独立，所以我们现在是有15个中青会，
都是轮流的，或者
轮流的。
Ghost Month is a big deal for everybody. So when I was in the financial industry, every year around this time, we also ask the ghosts to leave us alone, to give us protection. We also make offerings to them. So this type of festival, which has really been preserved here in Taiwan, is a tradition that is for all of Taiwan. But the best ghost festival is here in Keelung.
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 1. According to the episode, what is the origin of the Keelung Ghost Festival? A. Fights between immigrants from Zhangzhou and Quanzhou. B. Worshipping ancestors. C. Bringing peace to ships. D. Celebrating Lunar New Year. Handle this question as a warm-up. Did you give the correct answer? Yeah, the answer is A. Fights between immigrants from Zhangzhou and Quanzhou. The guide in the episode says the Ghost Festival has to do with these two large groups of immigrants in the days gone by. They were respectively from Zhangzhou and Quanzhou. Their fight for irrigation water and land led to many deaths. Since then, a festival has been held to make offerings to and worship them. Now, there's a phrase describing the history of the festival have to do with. So, the English subtitle in an episode segment about the festival's origin reads, "This festival has to do with two large groups of immigrants." Did you answer correctly? Let's continue playing the video.
This is a great place to bring children, and you can see the car that behind me is the first Wong family car. So because Wong is responsible this year, they're leading the procession. After they're through, you'll see all the other last names coming through. I'm also looking for Lee, my last name. Make sure that we're going to be safe too. You can see even children are taking part of this. So this is an event for everybody. It's great to watch. Great to see the little children carrying on the tradition here as well. So that's the house they're going to float out, and every family has one. We're going to start to see them coming by. Finally, they're here, the Lee family, my family. So you'll notice in each procession you have a group of people, all Lee family, leading it with little flags. Next, you start to have the cars that they have, or some figures. And on one of the cars going forward, there will be the house that we will light and then send into the harbor. And the house that goes the furthest, that's the best luck for us. My wish is almost fulfilled. We've seen all the teams come by, all the families, all the clans, and you can see for 168 years it's been peaceful here. They will also throw a lot of candies off the car. They will throw toothpaste off the car. They will throw combs off the car, sometimes even perfume as offerings to the god. And if you pick those up, you're lucky. I didn't catch any this time. This parade will go almost till 10 o'clock, from 7 to 10, so don't worry, it's every year. After this, they will go to Badaozi Harbor, which, as you know, is not far from here. And in Badaozi Harbor, they will launch those houses and light them. So we're going to go there now and look at that next.
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 2. Which of the offerings is not mentioned in the episode? They're thrown off the car procession and bring good luck if people pick them up. A. Candies. B. Toothbrushes. C. Combs. D. Perfume. This question tests how focused you were on the episode. If you were careful enough, you may know the answer. Yeah, the answer is B. Toothbrushes. Leo says the car procession of clan association throw off candies, toothpaste, combs, and even perfume as offerings, and picking them up can bring good luck. Offerings in English are things given to God. That's why Leo mentions sometimes even perfume as offerings to the god. Did you answer correctly? Let's continue playing the video.
It's 10 o'clock and we're near Barazo Fishing Harbor. All the families, the 15 clans, have come here with their cars carrying the houses. This is the most important part of this celebration tonight because they're going to light those houses on fire and send them out into the ocean. You'll notice they're all on bamboo rafts. And the point of that is to tell the ghosts to come ashore and enjoy all the festivities and the food during Ghost Month. Let's go take a look at some of these houses because they're absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look. This is another important part of it. All the clan members are here in front of their house. They've stuffed it with money, with paper money, that'll help it burn and also be the offering to the gods. And now they're burning incense and saying the lucky words so that the house floats as far as it can and so that they have a great and lucky and safe year next year. This part of the ceremony here really is much more related to the sea than the event we had downtown. This is all about the ghosts in the ocean, and so that's why I brought you here today. A lot of people don't dare to come here because this area has a lot of ghosts, but I think we're fine tonight. Here they come, and of course they're starting with the Wang household, the biggest one, because they're the ones who put on the festival today. Their house is gigantic. One by one, they're going into the water. Let's take a look. Amazing. There goes the first house. It's on fire. They're guiding it out. I gotta tell you, the mood here, although people are excited, it's also very eerie. You can really feel it. There's kind of an eeriness in the air. So I think this is serious business. That is so cool. This is an amazing honor. I'm carrying the Lee family house into the water, and it's going to bring us good blessings. I'm so honored to be here. Let's see how far it goes. So the Lee family went really far before it caught fire. I'm excited about that. Tonight, it's 11 o'clock. There's a few more houses to burn, but we're almost done. And then tomorrow is a whole other day of Ghost Festival. It'll also go really late into the night, because that's, of course, when the ghosts are out, and we'll watch to see what happens then.
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 3. What is the purpose of lighting water lanterns and the Badouzi fishing harbor and sending them into the waters? A. To pray for protection for the ocean. B. To tell ghosts to come ashore. C. To symbolize the cycle of life. D. To celebrate bountiful fish harvests. This question is easy. Just relax and you'll soon find the answer. The answer is B. To tell ghosts to come ashore. Leo says the purpose of setting the water lanterns on fire and sending them into the waters is to ask ghosts to come ashore and enjoy all the offerings prepared by local residents. To come ashore means leaving the water and getting on the land, with ashore being the adverb. Here's a sentence example with the phrase, "The crew worked together to bring the cargo safely ashore once the ship docked at the port." A word similar to ashore is shore. It is a noun. Here's an example sentence with shore. We enjoyed a peaceful picnic by the shore, watching the waves gently roll in and out. Do you understand the key points of this segment? Let's continue playing the video.
Today is the 15th day of the 7th month, the middle of Ghost Month. This is critical throughout Taiwan as everyone will go to worship today, Pudu, and say their prayers to the gods and ask the ghosts for appeasal. We're here at Zupu Temple to watch the ceremonies here, and later on tonight there's something very special. Long before the movie of Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters here, and we'll watch that a little later on.你这桌子的菜，我看起来是不一样的，你能不能介绍一下？
基隆市的中元祭呢，一直过去都是有悲天悯人的那个一个精神哦，所以我们安排的桌非常的丰富，有西洋桌、素食桌跟荤食桌哈。那主要是因为基隆是一个很有历史的一个城市，大概在400年前就有外国人来了，特别安排了包括三明治、寿司，
还有那法国面包，
在内的一些西洋的食物，给这些在这里往生的西洋的朋友们。
哇，很有意思，所以兄弟们都什么都可以吃。
主普坛就是中原普渡最大的一个大饭店哈。那今天我们邀请了海上跟陆地上的一些孤魂们，大家一起来享用今天的一个满汉全席的大宴。
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 4. Why are there Western tables prepared for the Ghost Festival in Keelung every year? A. To make the feast look more diverse. B. Foreigners are the organizer. C. Many foreigners lived in Keelung in the past. D. To commemorate the influence of American culture on Keelung. This question should also be an easy one. The answer is C. Many foreigners lived in Keelung in the past. Did you find the correct answer? We have learned from the episode that the Ghost Festival of Keelung has a spirit of mercy. The Western tables are prepared for deceased Western friends because many foreigners lived in Keelung about 400 years ago. And so the tables feature offerings like sandwiches, sushi, and baguettes. Do you grasp the key points of this segment? Let's continue playing the video.
那现在下一步是什么样的？
那高魂也好兄弟啊，伊即马食饱啊咧，伊想只明仔载阁有啊，但明仔载无啊嘛，所以啊要跳钟馗。跳钟馗的意思不是要帮他抓了，是把他，因为钟馗那个脸哦是鬼王嘛，他的脸很凶恶，这高魂呢，野鬼看到钟馗啊，伊想伊会要来甲抓去啊。 你要不进来照比赛。
所以他不压他们，就是慢慢教他们。
叫他们这边已经结束了，你们要离开。
OK。
到别的地方再去那个脱缰了。
当到那个农年8月1号这边了，就关起来。
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 5. According to the episode, the last part of the Ghost Festival is a man performing as Zhonghui. Why is this performance staged? A. To drive away bad luck. B. To welcome New Year. C. To pray for bountiful harvests. D. To tell ghosts to leave. The answer is pretty obvious, isn't it? If you were careful enough, the question should be a no-brainer. Yeah? The answer is D. To tell ghosts to leave. We have learned from the episode that the man performs as Zhonghui to ask the ghosts to leave and tell them the festival is over and there will be no more tables of offerings tomorrow. Zhonghui is the king of ghosts. But performing as Zhonghui does not mean catching ghosts by using the deity's frightening look to tell them to leave and find offerings elsewhere. The video is about to come to an end. Let's watch it through together.
I've been to a lot of festivals in my life, but nothing compares to the Keelung Ghost Festival. It is really worth going to. The level of detail to every aspect of this festival shows how seriously the Keelung people take Ghost Month. The final thing I want to say is, although this is a large festival and has a festive attitude to it, the one thing I can't escape saying is that there's always an eerie feeling to it, a kind of somber feeling. You can really feel the ghost coming, whether it was yesterday coming out of the ocean. It was all quiet and all kind of a strange feeling. Today too, with all these offerings. So for those of you who want ghosts and want that feeling, you should definitely attend this festival. It's eye-opening. This year was Wong, next year is Guo. Catch it next year. It's something you'll never see anywhere else in the world.
Congrats on completing the episode and answering all the 5 questions. Give yourself a big hand. I'm sure you have learned more about the Ghost Festival of Keelung. Now on to an interesting question. This question asks for a short answer and it is about getting you to organize what you have learned. Are you ready? Let's see if you can do it. What are the important festivities of Keelung Ghost Festival? Please answer in a few sentences. Got any thoughts? If not, that's okay. I have a list of words that you might choose to come up with the answer. You can pause the video and figure out how to use these words. If you already have the answer, read it out loud or write it down. Practice makes perfect. Did you try to answer the question? If yes, that's great. But if you're not there yet, let me show you my answer. The Keelung Ghost Festival features 3 primary activities. Firstly, clan associations organize a parade during which offerings are tossed from vehicles. Following that, paper houses are lit along the harbor. Lastly, someone would perform as Zhonghui to drive away ghosts. Congrats! You finished all the questions, and you certainly have learned more about the Ghost Festival of Keelung. You can even introduce the festival to foreigners in simple English. Next, you'll learn English words about supernatural things and worship ceremonies. Using these words, you can give foreigners accurate information about the Ghost Festival and water lantern culture. Let's keep on. This episode is all about the Keelung Ghost Festival. Now, let me help you review the words you have just picked up and teach you some more words about this festival. Remember, you can pause the video anytime and read the words and sentences out loud with me. Clan association. Let's do some analysis. Clan refers to a group or family with common ancestors, descent, culture, and traditions. It emphasizes the kinship and cultural connection between the members. Association is an organization or group created to achieve a certain goal or provide a certain service. So a clan association is an organization or group of the members of a clan or family that dedicates itself to preserving, passing down, and sharing common descent, culture, and traditions while seeking to hold events, gatherings, and meetings to promote connection and collaboration between its members. Here's an example sentence with clan association. The local clan association plays an important role in preserving our cultural heritage and traditions. Ceremony. If you're going to make preparations for ceremony, you can pair ceremony with the verb organize. Organize and ceremony often go together, forming organize a ceremony. Here's an example. Every year, our community comes together to organize a ceremony to celebrate the harvest season. The word ceremony is also used to describe the events that celebrate student graduation. So we have graduation ceremony. Offering. Something given to God is what people often call offering. An offering is an object, food, or gift given to deities, ancestors, or highly regarded beings as a gesture of respect, commemoration, or admiration. Here's an example sentence. During the festival, people place various offerings on the ancestral altar to honor their forebears. Altar. An altar is a structure used during religious worship practices. It is common in places of worship. Here's an example sentence. People gather around the altar to pay their respects to their ancestors during the traditional ceremony. Incense. Incense is used in a religious ritual to worship God and spirits. It is often burned in censer. The ashes from the burning of incense are sometimes seen as a message sent from God. If you want to describe setting incense on fire, you can use the verb burn to go with incense. Here's an example. It's customary to burn incense and offer silent prayers at the temple to seek guidance and protection. Water lantern. Water lanterns are released to worship God, drive off bad luck, and send blessings, or lead the way for the ghosts in the waters. Here's an example sentence with water lanterns. Families release water lanterns on the river to symbolize sending off the spirits of their ancestors. Now I'm going to show you more words about the Ghost Festival. Let's check them out. Hungry Ghost Festival. 中元普渡. Ritual. There are common phrases that contain the word ritual: traditional ritual, ceremonial ritual, and sacred ritual. These phrases represent different types of rituals. Spirit money. Synonyms for spirit money are joss paper and ghost money. And like the expression burning incense that we learned earlier, you can say burning spirit money. Prayer. There are common phrases that contain the word prayer. Say a prayer, whisper a prayer, and bow in prayer. These phrases are useful in everyday conversation. Use them when you talk about prayers. Ancestor. The adjective form of ancestor is ancestral, relating to ancestors or inherited from ancestors. There are common phrases that contain ancestor or ancestral, ancestor worship, ancestral line, and ancestral tradition. Gate of Hell, literally the door to the underworld. The gate of hell is believed to connect between the living and the dead. The gate is opened during the Ghost Festival to allow the dead to visit the living world. After picking up all these words, you're surely better able to talk about the Ghost Festival in English. Fantastic! Let's do the next part. To give foreigners concrete and authentic information about the Ghost Festival, you should use these nouns with appropriate adjectives. There are some adjectives that you can use to describe the Ghost Festival in concrete detail. Each of these adjectives comes with an example sentence that gives you a sense of how to use them. Remember to read out loud the sentences with me. Traditional. Example: during the traditional Ghost Month, people perform various rituals to honor their ancestors. Sacred. Example: the carefully prepared sacred offerings symbolize respect and remembrance for ancestors during the Ghost Month. Symbolic. Example: the offerings of food and spirit money hold symbolic importance in showing respect to ghosts. Solemn. Example: the atmosphere in the temple during the Ghost Month is solemn as people pray for the well-being of their ancestors. Intriguing. Example: the intriguing ghost stories and traditions surrounding the Ghost Month captivate both locals and tourists alike. Supernatural. Example: ghost stories often revolve around supernatural occurrences, creating a sense of intrigue and fear during the Ghost Month. Mysterious. Example: during the Ghost Month, people enjoy exploring mysterious legends and supernatural tales that have been passed down for generations. All these adjectives have much use in everyday life, and they enrich your English conversation. Those example sentences help you understand how to use the adjectives and make your conversation informative and natural. Lastly, like what Leo mentions in the episode, there are taboos you should avoid in the Ghost Month, which you may have learned of since you were a child. Did you know how to describe these taboos in English? Here are 6 expressions about common Ghost Month taboos. These expressions can help you explain the taboos to foreigners fluently and make your conversation more interesting. Let's check them out. Don't hang your clothes outside at night. It is said that because clothes have the shape of the human body, they tend to be worn by spirits. So, when people wear clothes occupied by a spirit, they become subject to bad luck. Now, look at the expression. You'll learn that the verb hang goes with clothes. Don't whistle at night. Whistling is traditionally believed to attract spirits, so avoid whistling at night during the Ghost Month. Don't go to the beach or engage in any water-related activities. It is said that ghosts in the waters are active in finding someone to take their place during the Ghost Month, so avoid doing any activity on a beach or lake. There's a common phrase you can pick up: engage in. It means being involved with or doing an activity, act, or matter. Here's an example. I enjoy engaging in outdoor activities like hiking and cycling to stay active and healthy. You can also use participating or take part in the same sentence. For example, I enjoy participating in outdoor activities like hiking and cycling to stay active and healthy. I enjoy taking part in outdoor activities like hiking and cycling to stay active and healthy. Don't pat people on their shoulders. It is believed that there are 3 invisible flames on the human body that ward off evil spirits. And patting one's shoulder casually is not just seen as a rude act, but it puts out the flame on the shoulder. It is considered a taboo during the ghost month. Don't leave your sleepers facing towards the bed. Some people say leaving sleepers facing toward the bed may bring misfortune or bad luck, especially during the ghost month. Don't move into a new house. It is not proper to move to a new place during the ghost month because spirits may move in and ultimately bring bad luck or misfortune. These are common taboos of the ghost month. You can use those expressions to explain Taiwan's ghost festival to foreigners. But not everyone believes these taboos. I just wanted you to know about them. This lesson is about to end. Time's flying so fast, isn't it? Before the lesson is over, let me ask you one last question. If you're going to introduce one event of the Keelung Ghost Festival to foreigners, what will you introduce and why? Take it easy. Use what you have learned from the lesson and give a short answer. Have you learned a lot at the end of this lesson? I also want to share a piece of news with you. At the end of the video, there's a quiz for you to do so that you can review what you've learned from the video. So don't forget to do the quiz after watching the video. Happy studying! Bye!